Hey, Fitzy here, back at it again with another one. A number of you have been asking, where's the wagon to, Tony? Well, I went and brought the wagon back, and I figured I'd better get started on this. So I decided to take a few things off the car. Yeah, I think I took more than a few things off. Stick around. It's back! So the Vista Cruiser is back finally. I had this in storage now for about a year. It's just everything was tangled up. I'm finally getting to a point now where okay, let's get this car done. My whole goal here with this car is that I got to do a full restoration on it. I usually don't take these on, but in case of this one here, it was sent to me from the States, and he wants me to do a full restoration on it. So what I'm going to do with this car now, and I'll treat this like any other one I ever had in my shop, is I'm going to start stripping this all down. I'm going to completely dismantle the entire car, take everything off it, and put it in storage. So all I'm left with is the main shell. I have some issues to deal with up around the windows here, rust and whatever up around here, and along the front here. So there's probably some welding involved in that. But I don't want to have too much stuff going on here, so I figured once I get the main shell, the roof done, and the rocker panels and all that done, I'll turn around and I'll start bringing up doors one at a time, fitting them, doing repairs on them, and then putting them on the car as I'm going. So that is the plan. So I want to get started now and get this puppy stripped down. I got it pretty well limbed here now. I got to get the back door open on it now and a few more pieces. Got all the trim taken off on the inside. There was some issues. Some stuff was brittle and just come apart in my hands. This stuff here is one of the panels. I gotta have a look on the parts card to see if there's one there. And this here is pretty thin on the back side here. Right, it's a bit scaly, a bit of rust on it. It's one of the inner panels. Now, people talk about from factory. Look, that has never been painted. That's the way that car was produced. And that's bare metal there. You can see it there. And it all just rusted. It was a big thing in the 60s. They just put them together and they painted them when they were all together. A lot of bare metal on 60s cars. But for the most part, it came apart easy. A couple of bolts were a bit troublesome. But all the front and everything, she got a bit of damage here. She took a hard knock on this side, I can tell you that. We knew that anyway from work I did on her previous, trying to get the front lined up. But I'm going to have to address that and straighten that up there. But I haven't come across any amount of rust or anything in terms of holes running so far. All this seems to be all good, all the floors and everything is. There's a fair bit of rust in some of the trim. This one here. This is the back quarter window, the bottom one. You can see the rust there. And then as you get up here, it gets really bad. Right? So I got to deal with all that. I'd like to see if we can source a new molding for that. And of course, there's a whole bunch more parts on the bench. I'm getting this all limbed apart to a point that I'm going to haul all the glass out of it. I'm taking the tailgate off it. I just want the empty shell here so that I can start with this. I'll get this done and get everything got to be done, rust-wise and everything on this here, get this repaired, get this in primer. Then I'll just start bringing up each individual panel, fitting it, repairing it, priming it, like that type of thing, right? When you're stripping apart cars, be very knowledgeable, like you can haul apart in a hurry. What I got done here is I got the bags, each individual parts of the car labeled. Okay, just using these Ziploc bags. So, like, you know, I got the bolts. They are both driver's side door hinges. So they're all the bolts for the two doors on the driver's side. I got another one there for the passenger side. And that's the passenger side fender. Right? Be amazed, all them fenders, all them bolts holds that fender on. Huh? And it's driver's side fender. And I'll just keep going with that. Putting stuff. I got one there for interior screws. It's the easiest way to do that. I got a bag of them over there for all the interior. Any findings? The original liner and everything was still in the bottom of it, underneath the carpet and everything. I'm removing all that. But I managed to find 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 30, 35 cents American. That's probably what, $42 Canadian? But yeah, she come apart. I'm going to take all this stuff now and I'm going to put this in storage because there's so much of it just to get out of the garage. But I want to get the car fully limbed first. So I want to get back at taking more parts off of this now, getting the back door off it and the trim around the windows and the roof rack off the roof. Get all that off the car and get it all put in storage. Unreal. If there's one thing I can say about cars from the 60s, oh my God, everything weighs a ton. The seats in this car, I couldn't believe how heavy they were. The back seat that was on this side here that flipped down, that was amazing. This tailgate is here now, and I'm trying to get it off it, take the tailgate off, and it's tricky. I got a couple stands here now put underneath it. There's a spring-loaded unit here to close tailgate. Just trying to lift this gate up to close it. I'm telling you, the motors and everything, and all this stuff, the glass, the full dress door, the construction that's in them, because where this is a like a torque style spring loaded unit that goes right across the bottom, hooks in there, so it's got to be all reinforced. And these big heavy brackets and everything around this here, I'm telling you, this thing weighs a ton. So I'm going to work on getting this off it now. I got the bumper off it. That was a bit of a tangle after 3 attempts. There was bolts in that, I didn't know were in it. And so I'm going to continue on. I'm getting close. I'm going to haul a bit more out of this here. I'm debating on where to take dash out of it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take dash out of it because he wants to change the color on the interior, and that will have to be taken out to be painted. So, Yep, I'll keep stripping her down. Take note of how the truck drops when it lays the tailgate in the back of it. This thing was heavy. Front seat that went here, then I had a back seat that went right here, mounted right here, and then I had a third seat right there. A lot of them faced backwards, so I just noticed I was trying to figure out how this one opened up and sits forward. I was upset at it. My head touches the ceiling, but it's they talk about 9 passenger, but I can only think 2 can go there, and then there's 3 and 3, 6, 7, 8, so 8 passenger, maybe. But cool piece. Figured I'd just show you that because a lot of people don't know about the third row seats in some of these old wagons. Right? Because you have to sit there, sit here, and sit there. Let's get that taken out. Quick update. I've been getting a lot of the chrome and everything off it. It's a lot of going. A lot of screws, and you got to take 2 or 3 things apart to get the chrome off them. This here, I had to take all the runner, I had to take everything out of the inside of it there in order to get the chrome off here. It was screwed on, okay? I'm pretty well to the point now. I got taillights out of it, all the bumper and everything's off it, all the interiors out of it. I got a couple of small pieces left right here. They screw on, but I'm going to leave them alone. I took this piece off. It's amazing how bad that is. Look. All the way along there, both sides, extremely rusty. And I'm out here now getting ready to take the window off around the chrome. I was wondering about this because I got to get the glass out of it, so I'm going to take the chrome off. A lot of it was sealed on the way they had it done, trying to keep it from leaking. You can see here, and I got some of the chrome let go, so I got to get this off now and then get this piece off so I can see what's in behind it. But you can see here, a lot of debris and everything builds up on this here. The ledge tips inward, okay? It's not a straight ledge, and there's a little valley there. See the little valley? And water builds up in that. When this car was sitting level, all that there used to fill up. And that was the problem with them, because the way they were set up. So we'll have to do something about that when it's all said and done. Right? And there's, and of course, every time you put the clips on. But that's it. I got all the chrome taken off around the doors here. I started to let go of the chrome around the windshield, get this all let go. I got these here taken off, the door trim. There's not much left to her yet right now. I've after been down to the storage unit now a couple of times with 2 truckloads, or 3 really. The tailgate I had to bring down, that was a ton. I'm going to say that tailgate was 150, 200 pounds. It's crazy how heavy it is. There's the third seat and all the panels, the rear bumper. I'm going to finish taking off the chrome around the windows, get it so all that's left now is the glass, and we'll go from there then. I might end up hauling the rad sport. I'm thinking about it here now. It's got to be something done with it, so I was going to drain off the water on it and just let it all go. I was kind of leaving it there thinking I might want to move the car, but no, that's it now. I'm going to start living this apart. So I'm here now, and I just remember this here. This is an interior piece, okay? This was on the inside of the car. This went around the back window on the passenger side, was mounted on the car like so. Like this here and screwed on. Look how rusty this is, look. Amazing how rusty this got on the inside of the car. That car had a water leak in it on them windows a long time. And of course, I got everything on the bench here, so. That's it, I'm still bagging and tagging. Got everything labeled and bagged for future references. There's them trim there, I got taken off. And, oh, I got an extra bag there, I don't know who had that there. Let's see, go. Another bag. Gotta get more of them now, I'm running out of them, so. Anyway, back taking the chrome off. And that is the last one. And you wonder why they stopped making these, right? So look at this. That there is full, right across there. All along there, and then when you come down here and you look here, all the debris and everything that's trapped in there. Come down to the bottom of the window. You can see it all. Amazing, right? Up here now, I found some holes, one there, and one there. And the other side's gone all together. See it there. The roof is gone there. But just look at the dirt gathered up inside there. I gotta blow all this off here now. I figured I'd show it to you guys first. Oh, rust. Oh, down along here. All that just gets left in there, and every time the car gets wet, it just soaks it up like a sponge. Right? This is the original seals and everything. This is hard as a rock. But that's it. This next hobble on this now is to get the glass out of it. But I got a bit of wheel opening chrome to take off it, and I'm going to start hauling apart this Rad Sport too. I'm going to strip this down, get this out of the way, and then I'll talk with Ben and see what we're going to do with all this. But like, you know, it's got to be stripped down. I've noticed that a lot of the seam sealer is cracked up, so everything's going to have to be resealed. And I just figure this is going to be a nightmare if I left it alone, as you can see along here. So I'm going to have to dig right into it. But that's it. That's all part of it. It's to be expected. When you're at this stuff, another thing I'd mention to anybody, make notes as you're going along. That's what I've been doing on pieces that you feel that that you haven't got or you got to replace. Anything that breaks off, something that's missing. Simple things like rubbers back here, seals. You know, make a note that you need some new trunk seals or tailgate seals, and see what's available for these. Mostly everything in here is mostly interior trim screws. That's the biggest thing I'm finding. Almost every screw around the windows in there was all rusty. So all of them will have to be replaced, along with a lot of the trim that was there. But it's quite amazing. I don't know why they put this piece here. There's a plastic piece that's painted green. Just here to make it look good, I suppose. I'm going to leave it there for now because it's very, very delicate. And I've had to break some stuff off already. And it'd be nice to see if I can locate something like that before I try to take it off. Because I tried to take screws out of it and I got to hit them with a hammer. And where these are plastic, nah, I'm going to break them. Little hole down here. Saw one spot at the base of the window there somewhere it was gone. Oh, there we go. I dare say when I get into this, there's going to be a lot more. Well, that's it. I'm going to get this blown off now and get the last few pieces stripped off the shell of it. And then make a trip down to the shed and put all that in there. All right, let's get back at it. I've been slowly getting through it. I started to give it a try. I said, I'll just give it a try with a utility knife now. Clean it up. This stuff is extremely old. This is what they call butyl tape. It's the way they used to keep windows and cars and stuff. Yours used to come on a roll. And, you know, I said to myself, it's that hard and we're rusty around the edges, I might be able to cut them out with just a utility knife. And that's what I'm doing. I got this one cut out and I got that one cut out. So I got 2 of the windows out of her. So I got 3 more to go. Not going to worry about the windshield. The windshield's broken anyway, so I can leave that alone. This is the stuff I got to get out because I got to get this repaired. All this is rusty here. Got to figure out what I'm going to do with all that. So I have one battle scar. And it wasn't even from the razor blade. From a piece of rust. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead now and get the rest of that glass out. So that is the last of the glass. I got it all out here now. And typical, as you take it out, you find holes, all that type of stuff. That one there was tricky to get out. I was sealing, they're pretty good. But the rest of them, pretty well. You can just tell, like, a lot of times you're probably going to have a glass guy do this, but where there was a lot of this rust here, and it was put in with the butyl tape, made it quite easy to get out. I wouldn't say easy now, because I'm willing to say I got 3 hours into this, removing glass out of this for sure. Trying to just being very patient. As you can see, all the mist is all over the place, cutting it out, and razor blades everywhere, snapping them off all over the place, right? Over there, right? But, yeah, you can see what I'm up against. What I'm going to do here now is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get everything cleaned up. I have a bunch of stuff over here that I got to bring down to the storage unit. Right there. If you're going to go at something like this here, to this extreme, my advice to you is to think ahead and find somewhere that you can store everything, okay? Having stuff lying around is a problem. I'm lucky enough I have a storage unit that I can put all the parts in. And I can basically tell you, this looks like a car here now, but majority of this car has been put in a storage unit. There's not much left to it now. I'm going to leave the dash and the windshield alone for now. I got the rad sport taken out of it. I just drained off the radiator in it, so I'm going to pop that out of it. She's got a little rad in her. Ben had a few goodies put on her. Control arms, look. Two control arms. I noticed the back was the same way. So a few goodies done on her. So I'm going to go ahead now and get this all cleaned up. I got everything tucked away in here and put it in sections where I can get at it. I'm probably going to have to come back for the trim moldings later on when I start piecing in the roof. All the interior I got put over here. Of course, sheet metal is all put together. Glass I got put up here on this end here. So that's pretty well it now. As you can see, you need storage. So here we are. I got everything dismantled. Everything's put away. And now I can assess what work has got to be done to this car. And what I'm going to do is what you see here. I'm going to get all that ready and get that finished and get all that primed. That's what I'm going to do. And I can worry about nothing else on this project. You can get overwhelmed with doing cars like this. I've done a lot of them over the years, and I just find you just got to do them in sections. And you got to keep ahead of yourself. Like, again, as you can see, I haven't got a pile of parts kicking around the garage anymore. 5 truckloads, I think it was. And they weren't full truckloads because you couldn't pile everything on top of each other. You would have busted everything up. It was 5 trips I made to the storage unit to put parts away for this, right? As you can see here, I got that all tucked away. So let's have a quick assessment of what's been done to this, or what has to be done. What is amazing is all the floors are perfect in this, okay? Which is amazing. A little bit of surface rust. I have to clean all that up. That's minor. On this quarter panel here, most of the quarter is pretty good. Down low here, I have a hole here. So I'm going to have to make up a dog's leg for it. The rocker panels are in good shape. I can't seem to find anything wrong with this up here. These lower sections here are good. They're on the go. Of course, I got that damage there to fix. Around the windshield looks pretty good. I'm going to leave the windshield where it's too. I don't see anything in terms of rust or anything around the windows. Usually these corners or gets bad or the across top. Around this windshield, all the way down the sides and everything, all looks good. There's an abundance of surface rust on this car, which I find very, very strange. Like, it's underneath the moldings. This car was somewhere where it was extremely damp for a long time. and I don't know what the deal is with it. But up here on the ceiling, up on the roof, there's a lot of work going to have to be done around here. I'm going to have to rebuild a lot of this upper one here. This here seems pretty good here, but it seems like this side here, that side in the front, it's going to have to be rebuilt. There's a bit of a curvature and everything here, so I'll be going through all that. As you can see, there's holes here. Up along here, I got this lip here is bad in spots. There's clips that goes on that there. I got to source out the clips for them. And the upper section seems pretty good on this side here. Just needs to be cleaned up. The lower section here, I say when I dig into it, I'm going to end up holes along here. Okay. It's pretty scaly in there, look. And when you look on the inside, you can't really tell because I'm in my own light. But like, there's a bit of surface rusting around there, and in along here, you can see there's a fair bit of rust. Okay. Other than that, you're coming down the quarter panel. I got a spot right here. That's behind you. Never knew that. That's the stuff, the hidden stuff you don't know about. That was behind the bumper. So there's a section there that got to be replaced. It's the same on the other side as well. Okay. There's some rust in that there, but all this section here is pretty good. In here, we have the trunk floor pan is gone. I don't think you can buy these panels. So the reason why I got a bead roller is because this guy gave me one to make this panel. Yeah, Ben was nice enough to send me that bead roller that I just did a video on there earlier for the purpose of this panel. He tried to source these panels and couldn't find them. So I got to build this floor panel here. Other than that, the rest of it seems pretty good. Of course, we got rusting along here. Same as before, other side. This side seems to be a lot worse. You can actually see that it's gone along here. So I'm going to have to replace all that. But you can see the way this channel works. This goes in and then drops down, okay? And then comes up. This here is like a little valley, and I can see that filling up with water. If you park this truck or park the car in a level driveway, this here is always going to be full in the rain, which is very unusual, right? We got some holes up here on this side. So this back corner here is going to have to be rebuilt. Again, the lip on this side is bad. It's going to have to be repaired and replaced. The upper section for the rest of it is pretty good. Down this side here seems pretty good. It's more or less just the bottom on this side here. The dog leg on this side here, looks pretty good. But this one here had the quarter panel damaged on it. And is bashed up pretty good, as you can see. So that's going to have to be repaired. All these molding clips, we're going to eliminate all them because we're not putting no body side moldings on this car. They'll all be gone. And again, you can see the surface rust. It's amazing the way that rust looks. That was underneath the chrome molding that was there. And this side up here, you can have another look and see how bad this side is. They even got the corner gone here. Oh, look, in the back section up here is bad. Yeah. One of the biggest problems I got with this car is the headliner is all glued in place right nice and is in perfect shape. And I don't want to pull it down, so I don't know what to do there yet. These here are held in with rods and then they're glued on the outer edges. Along here, they're folded in over and glued on, and there's no wrinkles or nothing in it. And I'm going to try to find some way that I can save that because I got to deal with this up here, and just below is the headliner, let's see. So I don't know what I'm going to be up against there. Probably going to end up having to take that down out of it. It breaks me heart to take the headliner out of it though. And over on this side here, everything seems pretty good. The lower section there, again, rocker panels are good. Lower door posts are good. She got a bit of rust, typically underneath the hinges. But you can see here, there's a lot of paint underneath there. I've talked about this many times in a lot of video. Right here is actual bare metal underneath the hinge. There's actual bare metal underneath that panel there. These cars, that's the way they were built. Wasn't until the 70s that they figured out that they needed to paint all the parts before they put them together. Other than that, I think I covered everything. Yeah. Over here now, I got, like when you're doing this here, keep tabs on everything, bag and tag everything. I got everything bagged and tagged, all different bolts, different parts of the cars that I'm taking apart. I left a lot of the big items, like I left all the doors together, tailgate together, all that type of stuff. This is just basically the big parts that comes off it, like your door hinge bolts, that type of stuff, rear bumper bolts, You know, separate it all, label it now. You may think you'll know where it goes. That looks simple enough. And I can tell you from many years' experience of doing the same thing, I picked up these bags and didn't have a clue what they were for, okay? I'll be trying to figure out what they're for and all that type of stuff. So, you know, label everything, put everything in bags, start a list, okay? You're going to forget it, okay? Start a list of all the things that will have to be replaced. You're going to have to source, look for parts, like clips, in the case of this one here, door rubbers, all that type of stuff. Just make a mental note of it. If you got any damaged interior pieces that you like to source out, see if you can find new ones, all that type of stuff. Just start making mental notes on this car here, and you just keep track of it. Have it somewhere where you can get at it, so if something pops in your mind, come over and jot it down, the type of thing. Lists are the best thing you can ever have. I've always loved my lists. But that's basically it for this one now. It's not much for you guys to. There's no cut and butt, there's no welding, there's no grinding. But this is a part of it. A lot of you guys have been asking about this wagon and wondering about it, and here it is. I've got over 3 days now spent stripping this car down and getting it all prepped. I still got to clean the shop up here now and everything. But this is a part of a restoration. So I'm going to take you through this entire one. I'm going to be taking this car pretty well, hopefully till finished. So we're going to go through all the progress of stripping it down, doing patchwork, you know, prepping stuff, priming, paint, all that type of stuff on this one. Do all the interiors. I'm going to figure out what we're going to do for wiring and dash, all that type of stuff. There's going to be a color change on the interior because this car is going blue. And all the interior, he wants blue. You mean I can't talk him into black? It'd be so much easier. But that's it. Blue would be nice. Other than that, that's pretty well it for this one. Anyway, not much in the way of tips. A few tips in there. But anyway, until next time.